Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, My Teacher. I am Rushi Ghizal from U.P.S Kusumbhi and I am going to present a lesson plan on mathematics. The topic is Cartesian plane and this is basically a lesson plan for class 8. The subtopics to be covered are Introduction to the Cartesian plane, explanation of concept of graph, to draw the graph after determining the points in different situations, and to read the graph and to fulfill result from the graph. The teaching aids are whiteboard, colored marker, duster, and in specific aids we have got Diksha app, TLM and graph papers. For general objectives of teaching maths, it is to create interest in maths, to develop the mathematical attitude, and to develop the power of independent thinking, reasoning, and explaining. The specific object of this chapter is children will develop the knowledge of Cartesian planes. They will develop the knowledge of direction with the help of Cartesian planes. The students will develop knowledge of position with the help of Cartesian planes. They can draw results from the graph. Now, for previous knowledge assumed, it is assumed that students have knowledge of number line. For previous knowledge testing, teacher asked the following questions. Question number 1. What are integers? Krishna replies 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 3 till plus minus infinity. These are integers. Question number 2. Can anyone draw a number line? Radha comes and draws a number line on the board which is shown over here. Then the third question is draw a Cartesian plane. There is no response. So the announcement of the topic is today we are going to study the chapter Cartesian plane. The presentation is as following. Firstly, teacher shows a flashcard and use the explanation method to explain Cartesian plane. And students listen carefully. For a Cartesian plane, teacher draws two number lines. One is x prime and the other is y prime. So the plane is now divided into four parts. First is called as quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Over here, the x coordinate is plus and y coordinate is in plus sign. Over here, x is in minus and y is in plus. In the third quadrant, both are in minus. And in the fourth quadrant, x is in plus and y is in minus. Now, teacher explains, we draw horizontal and vertical number line as shown in figure, to which plane gets divided into four parts, and this is called as Cartesian plane. In Cartesian plane, horizontal line x prime is called as the x-axis and y prime is called as the y-axis. The coordinate of any point located in Cartesian plane is written as bracket x comma y bracket closed. Next, teacher then tells that x is called as the abscissa and y is called as the ordinate. Now, teacher explains how to plot points on graph. For this, she takes a graph and use explanation method. Suppose teacher now tells that we have to draw a point 2 minus 3 on the graph. For this, what we do is draw a Cartesian plane. Plus 2, for plus 2 we move two lines over here. Then we come to plus 2. And after this we have to move to minus 3. So minus 3 is y coordinate which is downwards over here. So from here we move 3 steps downwards. So this is the point 2 minus 3. This is how we plot the points on the graph. Now teacher asks the students to point graph the or plot the points on the graph, and she gives them graph paper. The points are 2, 5, minus 3, 2, 5, minus 5, 0, 0, 3, minus 3, minus 2, and minus 7, 0. The students plot on graph, and this is the final result which they have shown. All the points are marked by the students. So now what teacher does is, next teacher comes on the questions on graphs. There are some types of questions on graphs where teacher writes a particular question: represent the relation of side of a square and the corresponding area on the graph. So over here what we do is, let x be the side of the square and y be the area. So the relation is y is equal to x square. On taking different values of y, we get the corresponding values of y. See, over here we have taken the side of the square, and over here we have got area. These are the points 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the area corresponding to this point is 0, 1, 2, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, etc. Now we plot the following points on the graph. So this is how the following points are drawn. They are basically plotted on the graph: 1, 1, 0, 0. Then on 2 we have got 4 on the y-axis. Then on 3 we have got 9 on the y-axis. Then on 4 on x-axis we have got 16. On 5 we have got 25, and this continues, and we'll draw a graph over here, and this is sort of parabolic in nature. Now teacher uses Diksha app to revise the chapter. In recapitulation, teacher tells the following question: in which coordinate the following points are situated? She writes a point and asks the students to do this. Next question is, what do you mean by abscissa of a point, and what do you mean by ordinate of a point? In homework, teacher again gives the question: represent the following points on graph. Second question is, side of an equilateral triangle is x centimeter. Plot a graph of relation between its sides and perimeter. Third is, plot a graph with simple interest of rupees 200 at a rate of 3% yearly, and time is in year. That's all. Thank you so much.